got it, boys.
You see, Live's walk is magnificent.
Doesn't matter how it's going, guys. Just do predictions of chat, guys. I don't know, guys, with the way transfers are going, I'm going 2-1 Arsenal.
Sponsored by Bet365.
The heroes of the summer, they live the dream. What we've done for women and young girls that can look up and aspire to be us. And soon those stars will reconvene to compete with each other and light up your skin. And Kirby with a wonderful goal, such a superstar.
I think that should be a good game, guys.
Absolutely brilliant. For the Lionesses, all eyes now on WSL, which gets underway on September the 10th. Tottenham against Manchester United, and on September the 11th, it's Manchester City against Arsenal. Both of them live on Sky Sports.
Guys, obviously, that's what Chelsea, obviously, but I don't mind, but I do want Arsenal to win this,
The
because I think
Premier
they're
League
decent
season
squad.
opener is Crystal Palace against Arsenal, and it's next.
It's next day. Have you wondering I'm watching the game?
Are you sitting comfortably?
5 seconds.
Listen up. This Friday, to start the Premier League season, Sky Bet are giving you a free £1 builder bet to use for Crystal Palace v Arsenal. Enjoy the big games and start your season with the UK's #1 betting. Sky Bet. That's betting better.
Sky Sports coverage of the Premier League brought to you by EA Sports FIFA 23. Brought to you by EA Sports FIFA 23.
Hello, ready? 1. Action. The start of the new Premier League season. 11 weeks on, we're back again. To entertain you.
Guys, just let me know in the comments, who do you think will be top of the table by the end of the weekend?
Some things.
Personally, I'm going to, obviously I'm a Chelsea fan. I don't think Chelsea, I think Newcastle will on Man City. Newcastle are going to be surprising this season. Just Forest, they've got on so many good signings. Chelsea,
Passion.
look forward. So,
Real skills.
And more.
guys, is Danny Ings joined Leicester?
Time once more for the Premier League.
What is it? Sorry guys, I thought you did.
And the Premier League returns here at Selhurst Park for Crystal Palace against Arsenal. It's always somewhere that creates a brilliant atmosphere. It's a great place to watch football, and tonight is the place where the Premier League finally gets underway. Let's talk about the visitors very quickly first. There is a big sense of expectation around Arsenal. What do you expect to see from them tonight?
I think just to carry on from what they've been doing in pre-season, which is really impressive. Mikel Arteta felt really sure in that interview and confident. Look, this Crystal Palace crowd are absolutely outstanding. They're going to need to be tonight, I think, to help their team as they always do. Because I really fancy Arsenal, I think, in this game. I think they mean business. They saw what happened last season at the start of the season against Brentford in this very fixture, and it was tough for them. It set the tone a little bit for that first few weeks. I don't expect to see that tonight from Arsenal.
Even though Palace have a good record against top six sides, or certainly did last season.
The best in the league, I think, against top six sides, apart from Liverpool and City, picking up 14 points. So a brilliant record Patrick Vieira had. And like I say, that disruptive pre-season, I think will cause him a problem. It's influenced his team selection, I suggest, because he's gone for players that he mainly knows, apart from Decore in midfield. everyone else is here from last season, and you'll just be relying upon those players from last season getting him through tonight. Because they are disadvantaged because of that sort of split squad, and they will need this crowd, but this will be bouncing in about 5 minutes, it really will.
What does that mean when they have that split squad in pre-season? What does it stop him from doing, Vieira?
I've never seen that before. Sometimes in the early parts of pre-season, you might split 2 squads and go to, say, a different game on a Saturday and a Sunday, but to have split squads through pre-season means that you're not tactically able to work, where was Patrick, who was he with? So the manager's only going to be speaking to one sort of set of players. He's not going to be able to integrate them into sort of the systems. It really does disadvantage them to try and integrate the new players, and Patrick Vieira admitted that. He said it wasn't great, but they've also had lots of football, so fitness shouldn't be a problem. I think that's why he pointed towards aggressivity and also making sure that they were real. I think you'll see a really, really passionate Crystal Palace performance. I think tactically they won't quite be where they should be because they've not trained together as much as they would have liked to have done.
No, and with Vieira being on the tour, as you say, with the players that could travel and those that for various reasons weren't able to, there has been that disruption to them. Will they be looking to disrupt Arsenal tonight? When he talks about aggression in terms of the way that is that what it is, to try and stop Arsenal playing?
It did make me laugh when he said that, because that was the problem he had with me about 20 years ago. But it's the only way you can play against Arsenal in the last 15, 20 years. You have to be really, really aggressive against them. They've always had talented and skillful players, and more talented and skillful players than most teams. If you let them play football, you'll be in big trouble. But if you get against them, you noise them up a little bit, you can physically overpower them, and that's what Crystal Palace have to try and do tonight.
Do you think this will be a good game?
I think it'll be absolutely brilliant. Some games you think, you're not quite sure what you're going to get. I think we'll get a brilliant game tonight.
When you look at Arsenal lining up in the tunnel there, waiting to come out, it feels like it's a little bit more squeezed than it usually is here at Selhurst Park. Are they physically bigger, do you think?
I think having Ben White at right back makes a big difference. Obviously it gives them like 3 centre-backs, which he is a centre-back. But then you also have obviously Partey and Xhaka in midfield. So they have got 5 players with really good height. So they are physically strong. Obviously Crystal Palace will test that, but you will see an absolutely brilliant atmosphere, particularly behind that goal there.
Yeah, they've got a fantastic display here at Selhurst Park. The home sale fanatics have organised, and the club have helped them to put that into reality. They're certainly making a noise here at Selhurst Park. And just to let you know, the second innings is about to get underway, and the 100 Melbourne Superchargers need 162 to win. You can follow that on Sky Sports' dedicated 100 channel, or you can stay with us, Sky Sports Premier League and Sky Sports main event for the opening match of this new Premier League season. It's Crystal Palace against Arsenal, and your commentators are Jamie Carragher and Martin Tyler.
Thank you, Kelly. Hi there again, everyone. A unique season in top-flight English football with its 42-day break for a European Winter World Cup. It's going to be very hectic over the next few months for these players and for the internationals. It's going to go all the way right through to the end of what will be an extraordinary campaign. And the handshakes are back as well, which is good to see. Well, with both the travelling and home-based pre-season squad, Patrick Vieira has only had 10 days to work on this 11. 35-year-old Vicente Guaita keeps his place ahead of the summer signing Sam Johnston. Defender Mark Gehi was amongst those who didn't travel to Singapore and Australia, nor did the new midfield man Sheikh Doucouré, brought in from Lens. Conor Gallagher, a Lone Star of course last season, has gone back to Chelsea, and Cheikh Kouyaté couldn't agree a new deal. Will Zaha scored 5 goals for the domestically based half of the squads. Odsonne Edouard got 2 here last Saturday against the French club Montpellier, and maybe that's just edged him ahead of Jean-Philippe Mateta, who scored against Arsenal in April. He starts tonight on Mikel Arteta delighted with Arsenal's pre-season, but certainly not getting carried away. Aaron Ramsdale has collected a couple more England caps since he last played a competitive club game. William Saliba finally makes his debut. 3 years of loan since originally signing from St. Etienne, and Alex Zinchenko has been plucked from Arteta's previous club, Manchester City. Thomas Partey features in the Premier League for the first time since being injured on this very ground in early April. Martin Odegaard has recently been named as the new captain at the age of 23 too. Jesus, who's already scored 7 pre-season goals in an Arsenal shirt. The new Arsenal Vieira, Fabio, is injured. Kieran Tierney is a substitute. It's the earliest ever start to a top division season in England. Crystal Palace against Arsenal. Great expectations, and it's live.
Yeah, really looking forward to seeing Eze in a slightly different position for him, certainly in a Crystal Palace shirt. And you see those successful dribbles per 90 minutes, and you think of the players who are in this team as well, Zaha. But seeing him in a central position, running at that Arsenal defence may be difficult. And he's Ben White as part of that Arsenal defence. We questioned him last season in the first Friday night football up against Tony, maybe early, but a different proposition tonight. Dealing with Zaha out wide, and that is something that we asked Mikel Arteta about before the game, but he was really confident to be able to deal with it.
Well, two clubs who are both in the Premier League's inaugural season start the ball rolling in season 31. The Premier League captains have decided that more is less in
Stand up to racism, more room for racism.
less is more rather than taking the lead, and it will only be performed on occasional basis.
Seen 2-1 Arsenal at the heart, let's see 2-1 Palace.
Are off and running. Arsenal are in the pink, certainly in terms of their pre-season form and in their particular shirts for tonight. Chase for Edouard. And Ben White was one of only three players, Jamie, who started on that fateful Friday fright night for Arsenal a year ago at Brentford.
When you think about the end of the season, when it cost Arsenal in terms of getting to the Champions League positions, but you also think of the start. They had a lot of players out with COVID in that first game, then they had a couple of really difficult fixtures, so to lose the first three, obviously put them behind the big ball, if you like. So really imperative to get off to a good start, because the competition with all those positions is certainly not getting any weaker.
And it was very difficult Friday for Arsenal at Brentford. There were COVID issues. They actually went to the game in cars, which is most unusual at this level of football. They come in the bus today. Which is most unusual at this level of football.
Players have been forward in that first game.
And of course Gabriel Jesus has been in really impressive form since he made the switch, but this is the real deal here. They to sanitise football of pre-season. Martinelli, granite jacket.
Guys, finished 50 for years, so this is letting you know I'll be doing career mode, and then like we're starting to my sports Scotland. Well, at some point we'll be doing an Arsenal career mode. The first time just to know what I do is Arsenal or Chelsea. Don't know, I've not picked yet. Obviously 60 games not out yet.
Trying to slide it through. Saka was on the move.
When I get started again from Arsenal, the Palace are starting to get into it.
Odegaard had a really good chance, and he backed off the Crystal Palace centre-backs. Didn't want to engage, he was just looking for that clever pass. Certainly earlier in the game, I think he got to wait the goalkeeper from that position.
Day was playing down the future with England and the talk of a World Cup place, but he's certainly in contention. Partey. Jesus wins it and strides on. What a goal this would be to start the season. Martinelli follows up. The first goal.
Just wait for Martinelli.
We are having a look, maybe on a challenge on Gabriel Jesus.
No, I don't think there's too much in it, but this is absolutely brilliant from Gabriel Jesus. It's not just what he does with the ball, it's winning the ball back. Absolutely outstanding here. The football, that's poor. It really is for Martinelli. As the ball comes through, you just expecting to see the net bulge. And it just hits it with his heel, not his side of his foot. What an opportunity. But that just shows what Gabriel Jesus is going to bring to this Arsenal team. A lot more pressure from the front.
I think what has impressed the Arsenal players that Zinchenko and Jesus have joined is their capacity to show them their medals, because they are true winners. That's what the level that Arsenal needs to get back to. Martinelli. Saliba. Then line drives on. Great acceleration by Saka. Anderson gets it partially away to Martinelli, who'll have another chance. A created one, if not for himself, for somebody else. Zinchenko. Jesus. Saka.
Guys on the house now, also under control.
Mitchell.
Looking really fun today, also. Good start.
As soon as that ball goes into the front players. Dynamite from his early stages for Arsenal. The quick 1-2s on the edge of the box.
Palace actually finished last season here at Selhurst Park. Their last 6 games, including one in the FA Cup, they didn't concede a single goal. They should have conceded one already here. Manuel Klein preferred it right back to Joel Ward, 2 senior players, jousting for that position.
Why is Manuel Klein still up in, guys?
Steilenberg having a word with Arteta. Just taking his time. Very quickly. The worst thing for Palace to do is just slow it down at every opportunity. The officials are.
Guys, probably said no, but probably won't want up against other show than we do. Come on, we're on top of the championship.
Fouling Saliba. Well, Jamie made such a difference, Patrick Vieira, with no disrespect to the previous management, the way he embraced this job as he moves into his second season.
That was outstanding, he really was. Speaking to Crystal Palace supporters before the game. Absolutely adored him. Big question or big, how many replicate on the game? Last season, I maybe control slightly. It won't be easy because he was so impressive last season.
Still current teammate and former colleague at Manchester City, of course. Nice understanding that the striker just tried offside. I say striker, there was a lot of. He wants to be Brazil's number 9 in the World Cup. And that's the opportunity Arsenal are going to give him. But there have been times if you talk to him about where would you rather play, say wide on the right and away from the responsibility of scoring goals.
Yeah, he had a great record scoring goals from the wide position. Last year or so, before Pep Guardiola. A brilliant start to pre-season, made a really good start to this game as well.
Here's again. Daka. Zinchenko.
Ooh, good shot from Zinchenko, good save, great draw. That should have been, that could have gone in.
Scored a couple in cups. Here he is again, the Ukrainian. There's Partey.
Oh, Palace are defending good.
White. And Watchalong just able to do a tiny bit of breathing space. Unless they push up as much as they can. So Arsenal dictating the early minutes of this opening game of the season.
Well, less than 10 minutes into the opening game of the season, and even at this early stage, just feels
Like, isn't that the dogs just wanted to come in?
Pass there from Ben White.
And here's Jordan Ayew. And they got the ball and
Yeah, she's the doggy. Look.
for them to get it, they're giving it away cheaply, Palace, at the moment. Doesn't do much better than that. Palace have been at their best last season. They physically dominated the opposition.
Seeing as it's the dog, she's heading me somehow.
Well, I think the addition, Salvador at the back, 4 or 5
She's
minutes
gone down,
ago.
she's a bit tired, she needs to sleep.
So he's made it behind him. Dealt with the issues, that physicality he has.
And Gabriel Jesus gets himself involved with an interception that time. It's on by Klein. It's in there by
No, here guys.
You always just have to make sure when you look at the start of the season that Wilfried Zaha is still at Crystal Palace. Well, it hasn't been so much.
Right guys, actual, I'm going to call it the good stream.
In this summer as in the past.